Vitamin B12 deficiencies are pretty common, and some people with them may have physical symptoms or neurological or even psychological symptoms like irritability or depression. But others with very low levels of vitamin B12 may have no warning signs at all. If you've been feeling tired and out of breath, you may be running low on vitamin B12, which our bodies need to make red blood cells.
It plays a huge role in getting oxygen to every part of our body. If our red blood cells are not healthy, then we're not going to get oxygen to the different parts of our body that need it.
And Tracy Brigman, a registered dietitian and clinical associate professor at the University of Georgia, says if you're eating a healthy, well-balanced diet, you're probably getting enough B12 from animal products like milk and eggs and meat.
So they're not going to go out and jump on the liver bandwagon. But, ground beef, chicken, really any animal product.
If you're vegetarian or vegan, Brigman says, look for foods that are fortified with B12, like cereals, nutritional yeast, and some plant-based milks.
You really do have to read the labels and make sure that you are choosing fortified foods that have B12 in it. Liver is always the best source for just about every nutrient, and most people don't like liver.
Recommended daily amount for B12 is small, just 2.4 micrograms per day.
So I'm here at the supermarket. This is actually Shoppers Field Supermarket, and my interest today is focusing on cereals. All right, one of the food that we can get our vitamin B12 from, and a lot of us are deficient in vitamin B12 and we don't know it. All right, so when it comes on to cereal, these are the products that we can get some of your B12 vitamin from. All right, so stay tuned.
Did you know that one serving of most standard fortified breakfast cereals provide about 25% of the daily value of vitamin B12, or about 0.6 micrograms? So here is a chart that will provide the daily amounts. So as you can see, the daily value or daily intake increases with the age and with certain conditions. So even babies from birth, it is important that they have an intake of vitamin B12. All right. And so it is very important that whenever we go to supermarkets and we are shopping for cereals, that we looked at the nutritional value, all right, the nutritional facts that is stated on the box, all right, because the cereal box or nutritional facts will contain the amount per serving, whether dry cereal, that is you eating the cereal without milk, or cereal with milk. So it will give you that daily value amount that you need. And also there are several different percentage daily value that is associated with most cereals. And why I say most cereals is because not all cereals contain vitamin B12. Not all cereals are fortified with vitamin B12. And also, not all cereals carry the same percentage range. All right, I believe that in this video you will see from 20% right up to 100%. All right, and 25% will give you or provide you with 0.6 micrograms. So say for us as adults, the chart says that we need 2.4 micrograms daily dosage. So on a daily basis, we should be consuming 2.4 micrograms of vitamin B12. Now, if your cereal, when you're eating it dry, contains 80% daily value, all you need to do is to find out how many times you can get 25% from that 80%. So if you're eating it dry and it's an 80% daily value, you will get about 1.9 micrograms, because 25%, 0.6, and another 25%, that's 50, so that would be 1.2 micrograms, and another 25%, that would be 75%, so that would be 1.8 micrograms, and then we have 5% remaining, so that would be a 0.1, which is average 1.9 micrograms. All right, and if you're eating it with milk and say it contains 100% daily value, right then and there, you know that you have acquired the daily dosage of micrograms that you need. All right, because 0.6 and 100% divided by 25%, that's 4 times. All right, so 25%, 0.6, 25%, 0.6, 25%, 0.6, 25%, 0.6. So that's 2.4. And for some fortified cereals, you will see 2.5 micrograms. All right, and that's in one serving. So it depends on the type of cereal and how you're having it, whether without milk or with milk, and also the amount that you're consuming daily. All right, so it depends on the type of cereal. You may not get the 2.4 micrograms in that eating or meal for the day, but it can be supplemented with other foods that contain vitamin B12. So on a daily basis, you know that you're consuming at least the required amount that you should consume. All right, and nothing is wrong with going over a little bit more than the 2.4 micrograms that are needed. All right, but anyway you take it, a lack of is an issue, and too much of is an issue. And the thing is, sometimes it's difficult to maneuver the daily dosage, and that's because research has been proven that our bodies can only absorb and will only absorb 50% of the vitamin B12 that we consume in a day or on a daily basis. All right, so if our bodies can only consume 50% of that, or will consume 50% of that, then to me, it is important that we eat foods that have more than the 2.4 for adults, micrograms for adults. No, it all depends. Because the number one food, which is a meat, is the liver. That liver has about 70.7 micrograms of vitamin B12 in it, in one serving. So if you eat one serving of liver, then practically you've covered weeks of vitamin B12. But that is something that not all persons consume. And remember that we also have persons who are vegans and vegetarians, so meat is not a part of their diet. All right, but they can get the vitamin B12 from other sources. And I know breakfast is an important part of your daily routine. All right, it is said to be the first meal that we should consume, and that meal should set us for the day until we are able to have our next meal. All right, it should give us that boost of energy to be able to maneuver the morning into the afternoon. But if we don't have enough vitamin B12 in our body, then we're going to suffer from all the elements that was explained earlier in the video. So if you don't remember what those factors are, go back to the beginning of the video and listen to that. All right? So just like any other vitamins and minerals and nutrients in general, it is important that vitamin B12 be a part of our daily diet. And when I was looking at the various cereals that are available, sometimes we buy cereals based on the fact that they are inexpensive. But sometimes not all inexpensive cereals provide us with what we need for our body. And so I don't want you, after watching this video, to go into the supermarket and just take up any cereal. I want you to look at the nutritional fact section. Look to see if it contains vitamin B12. If it's a cereal that you so love and it does not contain vitamin B12, put it down and go find one that has vitamin B12 in it. I know some cereals, to the taste, are not so tasty or delicious. But sometimes they are the ones that are best for us. And what I noticed with, or if you already have cereals that you purchase and have them at home, just look at the nutritional fact, man. Look at it to see if vitamin B12 is in it. And if there's none, you need to go out and get one with vitamin B12 in it that has the most nutritional value, and also one that you can afford, because I don't know the financial status of you all. So I would recommend that you find one with B12 in it that's affordable to you. All right. Now, there is a brand of all the cereals that are listed here. All right. I think it's called Post. That's the only brand in the supermarket that has, no, let me not say the only brand. Most of their cereals is 100%. It has a 100% daily value. So be careful, examine the nutritional value, and enjoy your cereals.